Paul Aarons in the chat says Cowboys are not back, but a great W with so many starters out. That means they're back, Paul. That means they're back. You are getting a dub with missing 5 defensive starters? Hell yeah. And an offensive receiver? Give me some. Give me some. But next up here on the beautiful Way or No Way here, Monday edition. Man Hour is live every 2:30 East Coast time right here on Facebook.com and, of course, YouTube.com. The Cincinnati Bengals, guys, they did come back from a 14-point beatdown of the Ravens to make it a competitive game, but ultimately lost in overtime. The Bengals now dropped to the season 1-4 with the most recent loss to the Ravens. They battled back versus the Ravens. They scored 24 unanswered points, sent the game into overtime, but with the lack of firepower in overtime, they lost the game. With that being said, guys, way or no way should the Cincinnati Bengals tank the rest of the season and have a fire sale? When I posted the score from the Baltimore Ravens game versus the Cincinnati Bengals game, many Bengals fans were very, very upset. They were upset. And rightfully so. Battled back, had a game of a lifetime, and they still dropped the game. Joe Burrow, during his press conference, said, and I quote, "We are not a championship team, and we're not even close." Guys, Joe Burrow threw for a career-high 5 touchdowns in the loss versus the Baltimore Ravens. Now, back to my game post. In the comments, you guys go over to Facebook.com/manhour, scroll down and look for the image of the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cincinnati Bengals with the score. Many people are wanting to see Zach Taylor fired. They are wanting to see Zach Taylor fired. By the lack of play calling in the overtime, pretty much cost him the game. Let's just be honest. So, guys, way or no way should the Cincinnati Bengals have a fire sale? And I have to say, wait. I have to agree with the majority of the people out there. There needs to be a fire sale. There needs to be a shakeup. This team, meaning the Cincinnati Bengals, are a sinking ship since the Super Bowl. Since that Super Bowl, what have they done? I don't know if it's the coach, Zach Taylor. I don't know if it's the players. I don't know if it's the organization, but they need a shakeup. They need a shakeup. They need a rebuild. They need a retooling, restructuring, something, right? Let's start with the organization. The Bengals dangled that carrot in front of Jamar Chase, saying, hey, we want to pay you. Jamar Chase gave him his price, and they're like, never mind. Of course that's going to piss off Jamar Chase. And when you piss off your brother, the rest of the brothers are going to be upset for him. Joe Burrow's mad for him, right? The offensive line is mad for him. T. Higgins is mad for him. Of course they're going to be upset. So organizational restructure is probably in order. If you don't want to do that, get Jamar Chase out of town. Trade him. He's still valuable. You can get maybe 1, if not 2 first-round picks for Jamar Chase right now. He is one of the best, if not the best receivers in the NFL. If you don't want to pay him, get him out of town. Shake it up. Maybe even fire Zach Taylor. Like I said, since the Super Bowl, they really haven't done shit. Granted, Joe Burrow's been hurt, a lot of injuries, yada, 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 but Zach Taylor's got to make moves. Shake it up. Shake it up. And if you don't want to move on from Zach Taylor, if you don't want to move on from your general manager, if you don't want to trade Jamar Chase, how about this? Trade Joe Burrow. Honestly, the man can't stay healthy. When he is healthy, he is dominant pre-Super Bowl. But since then, he had a 5-touchdown game, but Joe Burrow isn't Joe Burrow that we saw just a couple years ago. Way or no way, do the Bengals need to have a fire sale? Guys, this is a way. This is 100% way. Make some moves. Laura says, so many head scratchers this season all across the board. Exactly right. And Laura also says, wait. This is a way. Make some moves, Cincinnati. It's time for a change. And Kaylee, being a Bengals fan that she is, she agrees. She agrees. And then she adds on, Zach Taylor needs to go to pay. Zach Taylor needs to go. The change is Zach Taylor. Get him out of town. The poor play calling has been terrible. Terrible. And then he says he's good, but he's not worth the money he wants. Meaning who? Joe Burrow or Jamar Chase? Because I think Jamar Chase is worth all the money that he wants. Jamar Chase should be the highest paid receiver in the NFL. I would love him on the Kansas City Chiefs. I would love him on the Dallas Cowboys. Hell, I bet you, if you put Jamar Chase on a team like the Indianapolis Colts, they are now Super Bowl contenders. You put Jamar Chase on a team like the Jacksonville Jaguars, they are now a Super Bowl contender. Kaylee, I've been agreeing with you all day long, and you got some good points. But to say that Jamar Chase is good but not worth the money? Come on now. Come on, slow it down. Slow it down. Matt Henry says Chase is elite, but the defense is garbage. Matt, I just said that like a little bit ago. We were talking about the AFC North as being a defensive heavy division, one of the best divisions in the NFL. And we see a 38-35 score between two AFC North teams. We see the Pittsburgh Steelers give up damn near 500 yards to the Dallas Cowboys. We see the Browns let the Washington Commanders score, 35 points on them? The whole defense in the North in a whole is garbage right now, Matt. The whole defense of the North right now is garbage. Let's just be honest. But guys, that is going to be it for today. Taking the kids and the wifey to the pumpkin patch. I was actually supposed to be done about 10 minutes ago. She's over there tapping her foot, says, let's go, let's go, let's go. I got to put on my Halloween shirt. Got to find some shorts. Bada bing, bada boom. We back tomorrow, guys.